Sup guys, in this video I'll be going over Georgia's new unique augment and talk about some of the new island planner stuff. Starting with the Georgia augment, unfortunately both of the resources that I had been using for barrage numbers up till now, which were Rice's wiki spreadsheet and Mr. Lar's database, are no longer updating. Mr. Lar just recently stated on their website that it's due to a lack of interest in the game. Some parts of the database will still be maintained, but I assume that the barrage part of the data mining takes a lot more effort, so they'll no longer be doing it. Fair enough, it's their passion project, so they can stop whenever they feel like it. From now on, I'll have to either find the numbers on the Chinese wiki, or maybe see if I can dig through the files myself. For now though, at least with Georgia's augment, we don't really need to see the numbers to get a clear enough picture of how good she is. She's a very straightforward ship. All she's really got is a powerful barrage when she fires her main guns, and that's pretty much it. The barrage doesn't have much AoE, so she really only excels against a single enemy. The augment guarantees that her barrage activates every time finally, on top of adding many more damage buffs that she definitely needs to compete with the ships of today. Considering her role as a single target nuker, who is likely not going to be as strong as the strongest URs, I think the best comparisons will be New Jersey and Warspite. There is also Dyson, who shares a similar role, but she excels at light armor while Georgia excels at medium and heavy, so I don't think they're directly comparable, unless Dyson ends up being even stronger than Georgia against medium armor, because Georgia has no chance against light armor. I went ahead and tested her against Warspite in Nasino meta, who has medium armor and no planes, so it's really easy to control for just surface damage. I don't want to test her head-to-head against New Jersey, since New Jersey buffs USS battleships, so the results would be skewed. And Warspite and New Jersey are close enough anyway that we can get a good enough idea of how Georgia would compare to New Jersey just looking at how she compares to Warspite. The equipment I chose wasn't 100% fair, but they were close enough to get a good idea of how the two ships should compare. After 5 runs, the results were quite disappointing. She wasn't much of a match for Warspite, and looking at the gap, the same should be true for New Jersey. This is against a battlecruiser enemy against which she has a 20% damage bonus, so it would be even worse against light armor enemies or carriers. Damage aside, Georgia also has relatively low reload at 166, compared to some of the other ships in her role and power level, and she doesn't have reload buffs either, so if you're using them alongside ships like Warspite and Dyson, who have over 190 base reload, or New Jersey and Bismarck, who have reload buffs, then Georgia will have to take a faster gun than everyone else to sync her attacks with the rest of them. Not a deal breaker, but can definitely get annoying if you have other choices that require less thinking to make work. Finally, just in case her barrage modifiers were greatly buffed against heavy armor compared to what they were before, I did one run against Arizona meta as well, but the results were similar to medium armor. Overall, while the augment does increase her damage output significantly compared to before, and also removes her inconsistency, she's still not up to par with the best permanently available options as a single target damage dealer. Alright, let's talk about the new island stuff now. Some of you might be wondering why I'm still playing the island planner, and the reason for that is because it's always been a dream of mine to have my own private island in the middle of nowhere, with cute shipgirls like Unicorn and Shimakaze, and throw the wildest parties ever where only the coolest people are invited. Most of my stores have reached diamond status, so I'm starting to rake in quite a lot of cash, but there's still a long way to go before I have the number 1 island. With the season reset, right off the bat I've already made a couple of mistakes. First of all, I thought all of my inventory would get liquidated into seasonal points at the reset, just like Operation Siren, so I didn't go and nuke everything myself before the season reset. But I'm like 80% sure that it didn't, because I think I would have way more than 680,000 points if everything had been turned into points, but maybe I'm just coping. I pretty much stopped turning materials into points after finishing the 500k point reward ladder, but I did continue to craft utensils, clocks, and water filters until the end of the season. Next, I saw that there were 2 character invitations when I first loaded into the new season. Chenhai in the normal shop for 500k, and William D. Porter in the seasonal shop for 200k. so I grabbed both since I had a lot of coins left over from the previous season, but neither of them help at all with sales or cooking, so that was not a good use of 700,000 coins. You probably shouldn't rush to unlock them like I did. Since we're in a new season now, the seasonal gathering spots have also changed a bit, and I'm going to show the locations of the new materials right now. They also added fishing, but I don't know anything about the efficiency yet. They also shifted the entire management UI down by 1 to make room for fishing though, which is going to be really annoying for the first week or so. But yeah, I don't think they added anything that will make people who weren't already playing start playing. There's still the same dumb gacha system for unlocking some of the fan favorite characters. One more little piece of good news that I just noticed, it seems like tofu time was reduced from 2 hours to just 40 minutes, so now it's actually possible to fill up the restaurant every day. Alright, that's pretty much it for this update. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.